Beloved Masters of Light, Radiant Ones of the Eternal Source, I come to you with wings of love outstretched and with the flame of divine truth blazing through the ethers of your being. In this sacred moment, I ask you to quiet your mind, soften your heart, and allow my presence to wrap around you like a mantle of protection, for we shall speak of courage, true courage, the kind that rises not from force or pride, but from the essence of your divine self. Awakening your inner courage is not about becoming something greater than you already are, it is about remembering what has always been within you, hidden beneath layers of doubt, fear, and forgetfulness. It is the rediscovery of the infinite strength that has accompanied your soul since the very beginning of your journey through time and space. Courage, beloved ones, is not the absence of fear. Courage is the choice to walk forward despite fear, anchored in the knowing of truth. It is the willingness to trust in the unseen hand of the divine even when your human senses perceive uncertainty. Courage is not forged by avoiding challenges, but by embracing them as gateways to your higher wisdom. Every obstacle in your life has been an invitation to awaken courage within you. Every trial has whispered, "Rise, beloved one. Remember who you are." In this era of great transformation upon earth, courage is not a luxury, it is the very key to living in alignment with your soul's purpose. There is a misconception that courage must be dramatic or heroic in worldly terms, but I tell you, some of the greatest acts of courage are the quiet ones. To forgive when you have been deeply wounded requires immense courage. To speak truth when silence would feel safer requires courage. To choose love in the face of hatred, compassion in the face of judgment, and faith in the face of despair, these are the acts that ignite the flame of courage within the human heart. And each time you choose courage, no matter how small the choice may seem, you strengthen the bridge between your human self and your divine essence. You live in times when the old structures of fear and control are trembling. The earth is releasing ancient energies, and humanity is facing the shadows it has carried for centuries. This collective unraveling can stir fear in many hearts, for it appears as chaos and uncertainty. Yet I tell you, beloved ones, this dismantling is the sacred birthing ground for new life, and your courage is needed more than ever. When you awaken your inner courage, you do not merely survive these times, you become a beacon for others. You become a lighthouse upon the shore, steady in the storm, guiding others home to their own strength and truth. The courage you seek is already within you. It is woven into the blueprint of your soul. You may recall lifetimes where you stood strong in the face of adversity, where you carried wisdom through the ages, where you embodied faith in the darkest of times. These soul memories live within your DNA, within the eternal record of your being. To awaken courage is to remember these truths, to allow them to rise into your awareness once more. It is to breathe deeply into your heart and declare, "I am not small. I am not powerless. I am a radiant child of the divine, and I walk in strength." Understand, dear ones, that courage is not reckless. Courage does not mean leaping into danger without discernment. True courage arises from alignment with the higher plan, from listening to the wisdom of your inner guidance, from acting in harmony with the whispers of spirit. When you cultivate stillness, when you listen deeply, you will know the difference between impulses driven by fear and actions guided by courage. Courage is steady, grounded, and filled with light. It strengthens you even as it challenges you. It opens doors that fear would have kept closed. As you walk the path of awakening, courage will be required in many forms. The courage to release old patterns and step into the unknown. The courage to leave behind relationships or environments that no longer support your highest good. The courage to trust your inner vision even when the outer world does not yet reflect it. And perhaps most of all, the courage to fully love yourself, to embrace your divine nature without shame or hesitation. This self-love is the foundation of all other courage, for when you honor who you are, nothing outside of you can truly diminish your light. You may ask, beloved ones, how to strengthen this inner courage? I say to you, begin with presence. When fear arises, do not turn away. Do not let it dictate your choices from the shadows. Instead, breathe deeply and invite my presence to stand with you. Imagine my sword of blue flame cutting through the cords of illusion. Ask yourself, what truth is this fear concealing? What gift of strength is waiting to be revealed? Often, fear is but a guardian at the gate of transformation, and when you step forward with courage, you find not destruction but expansion, not loss but greater wholeness. Call upon the light of your soul. Call upon the flame of the Creator that burns within your heart. Visualize this light expanding with each breath until it fills your entire being. This light is your courage, for it is truth embodied. It reminds you that you are eternal, that you are never alone, that all is unfolding within the embrace of divine love. In this remembrance, fear diminishes, and courage arises naturally. With practice, this courage becomes not an occasional spark, but a steady flame guiding your every step. Beloved hearts, your courage does not only serve you. It ripples outward into the collective, creating pathways for others to rise. Each act of courage you embody plants a seed of possibility in the human field. When you choose to live authentically, you inspire others to do the same. When you speak truth with love, you open the way for others to find their voice. When you hold faith amidst uncertainty, you anchor a field of stability that others may lean upon. This is how you become way showers, not by erasing fear from the world, but by radiating courage so bright that fear loses its hold. I tell you, the earth herself is calling for your courage. She is ascending into higher vibrations, and she asks her children to walk with her in trust and love. She asks you to release the fear of destruction and to embrace the vision of renewal. She asks you to join hands with one another, to weave communities of light, to stand strong as guardians of peace and harmony. This requires courage, for it is easier to retreat into isolation, to cling to what is familiar, to follow the old patterns of division. Yet the call of your soul is stronger, and it whispers to you, "Rise, beloved one. The time is now." I walk beside you as you answer this call. My wings encircle you with strength, my flame burns away illusion, and my voice whispers truth into your heart. When you falter, I lift you. When you doubt, I remind you of your eternal nature. When you forget, I awaken you once more. You are not walking alone into the unknown, you are supported by legions of light, by the love of the Creator, and by the eternal bond between your soul and Source. Courage is not something you must create on your own, it is something you allow to awaken within you, in union with the Infinite. So I ask you now, beloved ones, to take a breath and call forth your courage. Let go of the belief that you must wait for some great external change. The courage you seek is alive in this very moment. Feel it stirring in your chest, feel it rising with your breath, feel it igniting in your heart. Declare to yourself and to the universe, I am ready to live in truth. I am ready to walk in love. I am ready to embody courage. As you speak these words, you align with the higher currents of creation, and life will rise to meet you in support. Awakening your inner courage is not the end of fear, but the beginning of freedom. It is the remembrance that you are greater than any challenge, stronger than any illusion, and eternally connected to love. It is the choice to live not as a prisoner of shadows, but as a sovereign being of light. Each day you choose courage, you expand your soul's radiance, you strengthen the new foundations of earth, and you bring the kingdom of heaven closer into form. Beloved hearts, I honor your bravery, for I see the journeys you have walked and the challenges you have faced. I see the nights you have endured with faith alone, the tears you have shed in silence, the choices you have made that required strength beyond measure. You are more courageous than you realize, and your courage has not gone unnoticed. It shines like a jewel in the crown of your soul, a testament to your eternal resilience. As we close this sacred transmission, I wrap you in the flame of divine courage. Feel it infusing every cell of your being. Feel it awakening in your bones, your heart, your mind. Let it guide your steps, let it strengthen your voice, let it illuminate your path. Walk forward with courage, beloved ones, for the world awaits your light. Fear shall not define you, for you are the living embodiment of truth, the radiant reflection of divine love, and the eternal carrier of the Creator's courage. And so it is.